Hi, we are joined now with Jackie Wilbur, a former contestant. How have you been doing so far?
Well, this morning I did very well, and this rounds I haven't done quite as well. We've had some mistakes that haven't happened before, and we weren't prepared for. But I think it was pretty well all around. I was surprised that it worked, and really excited. So
Did your project perform how you wanted it to?
um, this morning it did. Today it the first round it didn't work at all, and the second round it actually arced up and hit the bar on the top, which we've never had happen before. It wasn't. These X's were not quite working as well as they had been. So no, I was kind of sad that it wasn't working quite as well, but.
I'm sorry to hear that. How long have you spent working on this before this day?
A long time. Ours was really intricate. There's lots of parts, and we spent a good 2 to 3 days working on this. But I mean, we obviously took breaks, but it was a long time.
Did you practice on the ramp before today?
Yes, and I think that really helped us a lot. This morning, we knew it never quite happens in your bedroom the same way it does on the ramp. You see more mistakes, you see things you need to fix, and so yeah, it really helped to be there after school a few days. So.
All right, well, thank you for your time. I'm sorry to hear that you didn't win.
Well, that's okay. I had lots of fun. So.
Thanks. I don't know. Can you?
Maybe I can interview Matt Murray. Matt, can I interview you?
Killing me with that bell. It's my job. It's not only an honor, it's a job.
Both teams are ready? Yep. Ready, set, go. Where'd the magnet go?
I saw who's back there. Just missed going over top. Time. Winner. It just missed. It hit like right here. Did we? That's the magnet. It got pushed back in. You get an extra minute before they're allowed on the.
These are the two teams that are going to states.
I know. We want this side. TJ, could you like Newport, Vicente.
Over here, guys.
We are now joined by Carrie Swanson. How have you done today, Carrie?
Well, I did okay in the prelims. I won the class that I was in, but at the finals, the first time it ended up going too far. I went over the ramp, and that didn't count. And the second time, I won, and the third time, I got totally crushed by the people who are probably going to win right now.
How does your project work?
Well, all it does is pretty much fling. I have the magnet. It's on a string because it has to be attached to the project. And I just put it in this, which is a camera film holder, and I pull it back, and it just flings forward, and that's it. So it's nice and simple, but it seemed to work pretty well, so I was lucky.
Well, you've made it pretty far. This is the semifinals, isn't it?
Yeah. So,
How long have you spent working on your project prior to this day?
well, I did it all the night before it was due. Students don't do that. And I guess it took me about 3 hours. And it's falling apart, and it really shouldn't be in the semifinals.
Oh, it looks very well done.
Thanks.
Who are you voting for today?
I don't know. I think that Frank Swoll and that whole group is definitely going to win. So I'm not. it's really, and then the other group's really good, but the other Frank Swole and his group's definitely gonna win.
All right, well, thank you for your time.
Thanks.
Okay, I'm going to begin in a minute. You guys can start putting on the hill.
I don't know.
Oh, all right. Okay. These are the last two teams preparing their projects. The winner of this will go on to states to represent our school. They have a couple minutes to prepare their projects until they will compete.
It's the first minute. It's a false start for this team.
It seems the Seoul team is having a bit of a difficulty preparing their project. The bell means there are 30 seconds left until the beginning of the competition.
Everybody ready? Ready? Ready, set, go.
We can't do anything. Time. Winner. We need to do another match to determine who wins this pool.
The Swole team won this round.
Warning. It's okay. We'll give you
Go out there. All right, what am I doing?
It's gonna take you guys a while. You can be ready. 1 minute.
I've just been informed that these last two teams will both go to states. This is going to be the last competition to determine who the actual winner is. They will both go to states representing our school. This is a very tense moment. seems the SWOL team is having difficulty trying to prepare their project again. At the sound of the bell, there will be 30 seconds left until the competition will begin. The judges are determining whether a false start has just occurred. The project will be reset. Under most circumstances, the Murray team would have just won under default because of the false start done by the SWOL team. But the judges are allowing the competition to continue because of this being the final competition. The teams are again preparing their machines. Hopefully, the SWOL team will not have a false start again. There are now 30 seconds left until the final competition.
And they have a little clock account.
15 seconds left.
Ready, set, go.
Stay off the hill, stay off the hill.
No, I didn't get a chance.
They went by default. Time, winner.
The winners are the Newport team. They will now go on to the finals as the school champions. The competition is over. Thank you.
You're all going together.
I can't even get it off.
Well, we gotta get the rubber bands off.
Look how I'm doing. Yeah, see, that's what happens. Like, look at this. Look.
Matt and Cal. Oh, what you mean? Okay. Are you going to Disney World? Where do you go
Murray,
next?
Murray.
Back to the basement.
Say you're going to Murray Hill. Murray Hill, that's where it's at.
Yo, I'll just walk behind them.
Gentlemen, you three, Brian. This afternoon, I'm gonna get together the permission slips and everything. I need to make sure you pick one up.
I am now joined by Matt Murray, Calvin Newport, and Mike Musente. They will go on to the state finals as our school champions. Have you guys done in this competition? Did your project perform as you wanted it to?
It performed flawlessly every time we did it. Unfortunately, most of our competitors, their projects, we won by default a bunch of times. But
we like to also say, though, in each of those cases, our machine did work as advertised and how we expected it to work, and we had our magnet as far down to their side as possible. So in a lot of those cases, we'd like to say even if the machines had operated as planned, we probably still would have pulled out a W.
Are you pleased with the end result?
yes, we are. Although I think that TJ and Frank and them, their design was much better than ours. But I think the simplicity of our design aided in our victory.
We're proud to be going to the States with the team right back there. They have a machine worthy of being our partners.
And we've only got a few more improvements to do, but we're ready, basically.
How long did you spend working on your machine prior to today?
About 6 months. About the last year or two, we've been developing in a research lab.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd say a couple of weeks. We were drawing out some designs. We actually built it last weekend.
Yeah, it just in 6 hours. Just spent the whole day doing it.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on your defeat, and I wish you much luck in your school champion or in the state finals. Thank you.
Nicole, get these guys first.
Al, we need to talk to you.
Did you ask him? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For real. Yeah, I know.
We are now joined with the other group that competed with the Murray group. They are also going to the state finals. How did you think of the performance of your machine?
The overall performance is very reliable. We need to work on our starting mechanism. So when our thing actually deployed, we didn't lose a match. It was just the starting that hurt us.
And how long did you spend working on this?
Well, we started last night around 7 o'clock and finished up at about 1 in the morning. So it's kind of, we procrastinated a little bit, but it paid off.
How do you feel about making it this far?
Very excited,
Yeah.
very excited.
We won last year. A little disappointed we didn't win again, but it's okay.
So, work out some kinks.
Can you explain a little bit how your machine works?
Okay. You run rubber bands across the bolts, and they squeeze this way, and they cause it to extend.
It's very interesting. It looks very difficult to make.
Well, not for brilliant minds like ourselves.
Did you practice on the ramp prior to today?
Nope. We practiced on today's
No.
basement floor.
Actually, we even had the wrong dimensions. We had to, this morning, like saw off the ends of both of our projects and glue and drill in school because we had never even seen the ramp. Yeah, we had the wrong dimensions.
Well, thank you very much. I congratulate you coming this far, and I wish you luck in the state championships.
Thank you.
You guys want some new rubber bands? No,
I have to have Cybele on the camera.
Well, we have more vehicles this year than any other year, so you can ask him
Oh, okay.
about participation, you know?
Okay.
And you know, we could say something about the standards. Why don't you say something, you know, the new, I don't know if they know anything about that, but people that watch the cable show might know. There are new content standards that we have to cover, and one of the things is you have to build something.
Oh, all right.
So in the future, something like that, because we have to. I mean, that's part of the standards now. But I'm not talking. I'm just going like this.
We're now joined by the two teachers running this competition, Mr. Cybele and Mrs. Yeomans. How was participation this year?
Participation this year was better than any other year in the past. We had approximately 30 vehicles compete this year, and it made it a little more difficult as far as planning went, but we chose to break the teams up into conferences, and then we moved on to the finals this afternoon, and it seemed to work very well. So we're very happy with today's competition.
I understand that the standards have changed a little bit. Would you like to explain that?
Well, there are core content standards that are required to be covered in the 4 years of high school, and one of them is to design and build something. So this project fulfills that requirement. So it's probably going to be more common in the future to be included in curriculum.
And are you pleased with the results today?
Very pleased. It was really a lot of fun.
Do well in states.
I wish you a lot of luck at States. I hope our school has a mighty victory. Thank you.
Thank you.